Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22 Career Mode episode 44. We're in the middle of the Giro, the King of the Mountains classification, I believe, right now. Hasn't been easy for us at times, but we are amassing the points necessary, at least at the moment. And the top few competitors in the classification have pulled away a bit. We haven't seen too much direct competition as of yet. And we're reaching almost the midway point in the race. We're certainly past a third of the way. And there's plenty of points still out there, though, so the race is still very much on. Interesting point after we pulled off our second stage victory. Gonzalez, with that victory, has increased the popularity of cycling in his home nation of Puerto Rico by 1 point, now at 6 for popularity there in the region. Love that concept. Love how that is going to change things, and I'm looking to do more with that in the future. Second dossier period, so we get that first feedback. Ben Turner and Thibaut Nice are not going to happen. We have 2 sessions in June, 2 in July, so that's 4 more sessions to go, and they are gaining at a rate of 10% per session. So they're going to gain 40% more, which is going to get them both into yellow, but not green. And the only way that we're going to be able to afford them is if we had that interest up to 100%. So chances are we have no chance at Turner or Nice. Bogley is possible, but I don't really want Bogley back. I mean, he's good, but even though he's done well here in the Giro and he's showing more than we've seen, he's still so limited. He's very one-dimensional, and that is a little bit of a false advertising for what he has. What I'm going to do is I think Ben Turner is going to be the much more expensive one, especially coming from Ineos, where he's already had an inflated contract. We're going to close that dossier. We are going to lose out on him, but now we have those points back. I'm not going to spend them on Bogley. I'm going to spend them on his national mate, who you can see hill rating wise is only 1 below, but he's a better climber. He's better in the flat, better at time trials, better classics cobble rating, stamina, the resistance, he's an all-around solid guy. And at 5 stars it's going to be easier, and with higher interest and fewer points, all of the above is easier. So we're gonna go for Schmid. He doesn't have a ton of room left to improve, but we're going to go for Schmid as a much more affordable replacement. Leaves us with 8 more points for the current cycle. Right now, I have so far added Pantoja. Pantoja is somebody who's already good at mountain and stamina. Isn't going to get a whole lot better, though, but he will get a bit more in hills points, and he'll be a solid number 2 kind of climber for us. And, outside of a few Colombian talents, he's definitely up there on the list. Now, here's the issue, though, with that list. If we look at Pantoja, you can see how close he is, how he's got that a little bit more room, especially puncher. But I haven't decided which one I want to get just yet. I think it's going to depend on contract, because I have a feeling that Pantoja might ask, as a 5-star guy, might ask for a big pay raise. Or you go for the prospect, that is Garzin, who's got a ways to go yet, but just 21 years of age and has slightly higher mountain and GC type potential, similar time trialing and hills potential, can be a little bit better, and we would absolutely be able to sign him for virtually nothing now. So I'm going to bring both guys in on dossiers, and then we will decide day of if Pantoja is worth signing, as in we can get him near minimum multiple years, or do we need to go for the prospect in Garzin. As a just in case, Thibaut Nice will keep him open, but that's it for the big time potential signings. I'm aiming more for getting a solid group of 5-star guys on 3-year deals that are going to be those 5.5, 6-star guys going forward, as opposed to getting a here and now one big time 5.5-star type guy. And I think with the multiple 5-star guys we have returning, we could and should hopefully be able to afford something. So other than Ben Turner, who we just brought down to nothing, and he was almost at nothing anyway. I mean, we're at 14%. He had gained 10. So no, he was at 10%. He was at 14% and gained 10. Right, so he's at 24. Anyway, other than him at 14%, there's literally only one rider in the world that has a less than 15% interest, Koij. And then there's 3 riders, just 3, in the red. Simmons, Boakley, Pidcock. Young, super talented guys, high-end guys that want the biggest, most prestigious teams. So, yeah, Boakley's out. There's no way we're going to get him anywhere near 100%, even if it's a returning veteran to your own team. So, really it is time to move on. We get into the yellow immediately after that. So, I mean, at least there's that. That's good. This is all under 25s, by the way. So, we are at least limiting what we're looking at, but a total of 31 riders are off the front of this field. It's absolutely insane. It's a massive breakaway. I already had Coop and Gonzalez in the original breakaway of 10. The 11th didn't quite bridge the gap and make it to us. Was falling back to the Peloton, and then rider after rider attacked while Ineos just kind of sat and let them attack. So as that group was going away, and as it was clear that they were going to let them go away, I decided to try to throw one more into the fold, and that was Boakley. So Boakley is now here and trying to recover. I'll be switching him with, I'll switch him with Coop sooner rather than later, as Boakley is, well, today he's got a 79. Coop also has a 79 today. So getting these guys to recover will be important. In fact, Gonzalez could probably protect Boakley for a little bit, but it's a little late for that. So we'll just let Boakley recover on his own for a little while and watch Gonzalez's heart rate. If it starts to increase more than just a little, then we will back off. And meanwhile, Coop is contributing barely. And it's 5 minutes. I'm starting to think that this group of 31 has a great chance at the stage. Gonzalez on a +4 has a great chance at the stage. But back here, we want to get, I'll just go ahead and get water. First time today. Not the ideal time at 145k, but definitely want to do it before we are climbing. And maybe Gonzalez can handle that. We did get an ounce of energy spent there, but we're okay. Again, let's let Boakley recover a little bit, because these guys are going to contribute greatly to Gonzalez's day. So we have a Cat 1, 2 Cat 2s, and what is the finish going to be like? 40 points. That's a Cat 1 at the finish? That's barely a climb at all. Yowzer. Okay, that's a lot of points on offer at the finish line, which is really not right, not fair, but okay, they want to reward the stage winner. We got to worry about a couple key guys taking the stage, but otherwise, maybe we throw in on our strong contingency, our 5 guys off the back, and maybe we take another stage. But meanwhile, for Gonzalez, our aim is absolutely the first 3 climbs. However, we're seeing a 7.5 minute gap now in the break. That's going to be a breakaway win. If that's the case, then we've got a great chance at earning points. We want to get this Cat 1, as there's a huge drop off between first and second. It's less than half the points. So we absolutely want to get that first one, and there's a 10-point drop, on the others as well. So going over the top first matters more than consistently going over the top second or third in the 3 climbs. 8.5 minute gap now. And we are onto the base of the climb. We're going to put... No, we're not going to put... We're just going to put Bogley on protect Gonzalez duty. And then Coop. Where is Coop? Coop's contributing. These guys are riding hard with such a large group. That's why there's definitely fatigue in the legs, but there's servants working for their team, as there's plenty of teams with more than one rider in it. And Coop is falsely contributing to that. At his expense still, but not as bad as some of the other teams. No, not what I wanted. There you go. Back up a little bit. We'll see this thing split up here fairly soon, I think. Closing in on 10 minutes and closing in on the halfway point of the climb. Overall, we're talking about just under 12 kilometers and 7.5%. Coop's going to gel. Inside 6K. Bogley's going to be doing the lead out, not Coop, but I think. And the first riders are split off the back. Coop, one of the originals, I think is part of the reason why he is so tired compared to some others. Number 2/3 of this group caught up to us. And they're starting to lift tempo, are they not? As Coop is somehow going forward despite only running a 73 year. First matters a lot here. We can recover on the descent. 2.7. Bringing Gonzalez forward. It is taking a little red bar out of him, but we are now to the front. Bogley leading out. 1.5. Seeing the acceleration of some of these guys. Are they trying to attack? Can they attack? 800 meters and Bogley's nearly done. And here comes the attack of Fisher Black. Fisher Black, one of the closest contenders behind us. And we can't push too hard with Gonzalez on his attack here, as that red bar is quite low. Oh, he's getting sustained. Full attack. Fisher Black's first. Fisher Black gets first. How did he have that much energy? This guy is only a 76. He's not bad. Not bad. But he's got to be getting +5s all the time, because we're a 79-76. We have a +4. And Gonzalez, look how tired he is. He's barely got anything left. We're talking about an 80 stamina. This guy's supposed to have a 74. And the two of them easily riding away from everybody. And Fisher Black winning the climb. That might put him into the Jersey lead.
We're into the downhill section. The riders can take a breather, but they can't let their guard drop.
Okay, Coop's well back. Leave him on his own. Group definitely not coming back together. Now we have 12 at the front. I would imagine the 3 to 4 riders behind us can probably catch up. 100K to go. Probably a good time to get water. Bogley couldn't take care of that for us. Now up to 15, like I said. And a 2-minute gap to the next 4, which does not include Coop, so therefore I'm hoping it stays just 15 from here on out. Second's not bad, but I'd rather get at least one first on these. And you can see the expenditure we've made. Gonzalez, bit tired. Bogley, bit tired. 90K to go. Got water. Back to auto. Let's get somebody here like Cronge to get the water. And these guys seem to be taking it easy today. 13 minutes behind. Coop is just 13 minutes down overall, but he's not 13 minutes behind. We are 15 behind with Gonzalez. Holter 16. Schultz is 18. Fisher Black 9.5. He could be the leader of this race following today's stage, which means he's not going to be able to get in any more breakaways. Zana also 9.5. Buitrago, Velens, Fisher Black, of course, Shockman, Bogley a little bit, and definitely Gonzalez are guys, and Schultz as well, are guys that are a bit of a threat to that GC and could find themselves in the top 5 following a stage like this, which could be problematic for Gonzalez. Does that mean we turn our attention into GC? We'll see where we're at time-wise at the end of this stage, especially compared to others. If we find ourselves in the lead of the race or something, because the Peloton decides to give it to us, then we might just have to, do something. Most everybody's contributing, so as long as that's the case, then Bogley's going to protect Gonzalez. And fewer guys are now contributing. There you go, back to it. Through a flatter section here. Up the effort. Get it up to, 80. Buitrago, the one guy who's regularly sitting on, and occasionally Fisher Black. But Gonzalez, the other one who's just sitting on, so that's good for our chances. Tough day. It's already back down inside 10 minutes though, so it's looking less likely. And Velens has punctured. That's going to drop him from the group. He's not coming back. He's got 1 minute is his deficit there. 70k to go. And this group will thin out on this climb for sure. It's going to get smaller. And like I said, Velens, he's not going to make it back. Bogley's probably going to be gone during this climb. I would imagine we'll be down to 4 to 6 riders following this climb. This is looking like a proper breakaway stage win type day. Proper as in, resembles real life type day where they let a lot of riders up the road. 31, not typical, but in a grand tour, in a big stage, that's typical. Day before a stage race, not as typical, but you can see how they are closing that gap down on us, making life difficult. Vermark is nearly done. Let's get his big acceleration. Let's make sure we are in place okay. Fewer guys contributing there for a moment. A little acceleration. We're okay. 1 rider dropped. Rodriguez. Surprise. That's Velens, of course, yeah. 13 left. 4.5k. We'll wait until about 3.7 to start putting our foot down. Bogley is nearly done. I want Bogley to gel. Okay, there's 7. We're already to the front. Already to the front. Not 89. Go 86. Just an ounce of that lovely punchiness that Bogley has. That 84. Instantly drop a rider. Down to 12. 2.6. Gonzalez. It is... No, it's not hurting his red bar, actually. That's his max. He's just feeling it today. Bogley has an 85. 1.5. Bogley's nearly done. $82 Mountain. Who can keep up with me? 1.4k. 1k. Here comes the attack. Here comes the attack. Not full gas. Not full gas. 700 meters. Gonzalez, over the top first. Yes! All right, all right. We have dropped Bogley, though. He's not coming back. Schultz. Fisher Black got dropped. He didn't pick up points. Buitrago also dropped, even though he wasn't even contributing. So we've got 7 left. Gonzalez not contributing, though. Zana and Shockman not contributing either. Menkes. I didn't even realize he was here. I didn't see him. Hitters. Bouchard, Vervecchi, the stronger climbers, are here. Shockman 76-79, Zana 77-75, Vervecchi hanging on. Despite being a 74-73, I think Fisher Black contributed, pushed a little too hard on that first climb. Mankey 76-74, so weak in so many ways. He's really old now, I'm guessing, in game. If I'm correct on his age, isn't he mid-30s? Petters 75-73, those two not a big threat. Bouchard's not a big threat. Back up to 10, Fisher Black's back. Not enough contributing, guys. Bogley, less than a minute behind in that next group. Back to, 13 potentially. And meanwhile, the Peloton is 9 minutes behind. I love the Peloton to close the gap a lot, because otherwise we're going to find it hard if we finish more than a few minutes ahead. 12 minutes down, no problem. If we're suddenly 4 minutes down and in the top 10, getting in the breakaway is going to be problematic. Fisher Black, of course, is better placed, so it's a bigger problem for him than it is for us, and he's definitely one of our top competitors, but we know we can beat him more often than not. He went all in on that first climb and couldn't do anything on that next one. 36K to go. Let's go ahead and get water right now as we begin the climb. Coop getting water for the main group. Arietta got dropped, as did for Mark. Not bad on the Arietta part, as he's absolutely capable. Just 32 left here, and Coop's getting water. That's why he's back there. As we're seeing our first attack there, whoever it is, don't matter. And it's still 10. Those guys did not come back, not regaining contact. Let others contribute. We will push on in those final kilometers just hard enough, because from there you go to the finish line, and the finish line's worth way more points. This Cat 2, not a big deal for me anymore. This Cat 2, we will get a couple points if we can. We're responding to the attack because we don't want to get dropped.
The rider has fallen, and he's not getting back up. It looks like he'll have to abandon the race. What's going on? Several riders are flat on the ground.
And they attack again. Is that because we're not contributing when we're one of the stronger guys here? Could be. But let them attack. 3.7. We can outclimb these guys. Most of them. 2.9. 2.5. Does this make you happy? Is this what you wanted? Dropping riders now. Easing off because I'm still thinking about the stage. I want those points at the end. Not necessarily about winning the stage so much, but let Shockman pick up some points. Push just hard enough to get second. And now we want to just contribute. Contribute. There you go. Who's willing to contribute? So, 8 guys left. We took second on that one. Shockman going for the attack, but we did just enough to go from third up to second to get that couple more points. And we still have some energy left, but who's going to contribute? That's the tricky part. Right now, these guys are mostly too tired. We don't have a ton of energy left. We are getting some recovery here, and the gap's down to 6:41. Bogley, he's about a minute ahead of the Peloton now, and that Peloton has, 25 riders in it?
And it's a swift acceleration by Maximilian Schachmann.
Has this always been here? Martinez with a big crash. Mesnada also with him. Van Dienenbiel, Van Aert, Arnsman. Well, there goes your 14th place guy. Put him on auto. Is he up and moving? He is. Good. Bonneau and Crunch, the only ones left. Crunch, go ahead and protect Bonneau now instead. There's Bogley. And Gonzalez. 6, chasing 2. Let them do all of that. Not worried about the sprint, even though we're third. Couldn't care less on that part, though it looks like we might even go through first. Guess I'll take those points. A good result here for the stage could net something. Let's hope these guys didn't recover. I don't think they will. It wasn't really a descent of any kind, though we're getting the tiny, tiny descent here that's giving us some more energy. One minute gap over the chasers, 6 minutes over the following chasers, and Bogley's still ahead of the Peloton by about 20 seconds. And Martinez is back, so here's what we're going to do. I want you to drop back and protect Martinez. There you go. Protect Martinez, and Martinez, 85. Bono 85, that's your rate, and we will focus on Gonzalez as Shockman attacks. Shockman attacks, 8K to go. We can put foot down at some point, but Shockman is definitely riding away with this thing at the moment, and nobody else wants to contribute too well. I know I can ride away from most, but Shockman, that's a little bit of a problem. My thing is I only have so much energy to put down. Here we go. Here we go. Nobody's going to contribute. Fine.
And they keep on attacking. Anyone that's low on gas definitely won't
6.5K. A little bit of a descent. Let's go pull back that gap. 40 seconds. Can we drop anybody in the process? Nobody's going to contribute at this sort of rate. 28 seconds. Nearly there. Dropped one rider so far. It's going to make it really hard to win this stage, though. Making the effort to pull them back, unless I could just drop these guys one by one, and it's back together, and we slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Okay, so it's 6 now. We've got a top 6 in the stage, guaranteed. Meanwhile, back here, Crunch, somehow still, he's got a +4. Crunch has a plus, he must have leveled up. He's at 76 mountain now. Wasn't he a 74-ish just the other day? Feels like it. But no, struggling. And Martinez struggling in position. These guys are on the attack. Help that effort. Back to focusing on Gonzalez. Now we're looking good for points. At the very least, 2K to go. Not much left in the tank. Not much left. Nobody wants to work. This is going to make it so difficult to win. But we've got points coming. 1K to go. 1K to go. Getting faster. Getting faster. 900 meters. Looks like second place. Nope, 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 nope. Second place. 500 meters. 500 meters. I got nothing left. 20 seconds ahead of the chasers. That's Peters. Of course it is. Great puncher. Don't know how he climbed that well. 75 mountain. He's better mountain rating than Hills, but okay, sure. Second place though, fantastic. Really, really good result. 4 minutes behind for these guys, and Cronj has been dropped. Put him on auto. Get back up here. We got 3 guys. 1K to go. Oh man, how did they get that close that fast? Sprint. Yes, sprint. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Again, we're not here for GC, but these guys really missing out on an opportunity with the whole managing Gonzalez. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a breakaway kind of guy. It's so hard to do both simultaneously without pause, going back and forth, checking constantly. 22nd, 24th, 27th. We're right there in the main group, and they weren't that far back. I mean, we're just at 7 minutes now, so Gonzalez does not gain back a ton of time, but he also gets second place on the stage. He gets second place at 2 Cat 1s, which is good for 18 and 36 overall. We get first on 1 of these, right? So that's another 18, and second on 1 is 8. Huge day in terms of points. Probably best points haul on the day, but maybe not. But second on the stage, another outstanding result. Not a stage win. We're still on 2, but my oh my, things are going pretty well. Martinez did well to get back up there, being sick, which was just announced today, and that crash coming back to get 22nd was good, and we would have finished higher had we been managing that group. So those top 10 guys still came top 10. Gloag wins the mountain sprint, getting right on the heels of Fisher Black and Schultz. So they don't gain any time and don't lose any time either, but that part, no matter. It's 3:16 is the gap, so not a huge gain. We're fine on that. In fact, for us, it's only about 2.5 minutes. So Gloag, Vingegaard were your top finishers. Moss, all those contenders are there. And then we, with our other guys, come in the next group about 40 seconds behind. So GC, into 7th place, and Martinez is 13th. Gonzalez, second in the sprint classification, 2 points behind Koish. Bogley is also up there, well placed. KOM, 119. First one to 100. Huge gap over everybody else. Nuts Peters wins the stage, picks up 40, has 44. Vingegaard sitting on 42. We're looking at 33, 24 behind. So guys that are just completely not in the KOM race, except Fisher Black, who appears to be getting +5s right now, is very much fitness peak and going for it. It's with the bonuses, it's definitely making him a contender, but so far so good. We are beating him, not handily, but we are beating him, and yes, we did score the most points on the day, extending that lead. Fisher Black only got the 40 points of going over that first climb first, and he blew up as a result. And in blowing up, kind of just held on, but then ended up no points. 10th place, right? He was just not quite there anymore, not quite in it, because he went all in on that first climb. And yeah, you got a good haul for it, and I certainly would have loved the extra 22 points, 84, with him only scoring, say, 18. Would have made a pretty big difference to this scoreline, right? He would have been quite a bit lower. We would have been quite a bit higher, over 140. He would have been down around 60. That's talking about a massive lead at this stage. It's a bit closer as a result, but at the same time, right? At the same time, to get that, we would have had to have gone that much deeper, and therefore we wouldn't have been as strong later on like we were. We measured our effort. Same at the end. We pulled back Schachmann, only to give it away to Peters, but at the same time, you could only do so much as that strongest guy in the group, as that favorite, as the one that everybody else combined their efforts to race head-to-head with him. So getting second, getting first, getting second, over each climb, ultimately added up to a lot more points than one individual effort. As for the under 25s, Martinez is 5th, not even in that classification anymore, and we are first as a team right now, especially with the positions we've been in with Gonzalez the last couple of stages. That is going to do it for this episode, though, because we've got a rest day coming up, and I need to go rest for the rest of this day, and I've got my rest day tomorrow, so yay, sleep. I need some of that. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.